Hello, my name's Kathleen. I'm an educator at the Ephraim Historical Foundation. I want to recommend a book that may be familiar to you. Perhaps you've forgotten it. Might even be on your shelf. If it's not on your shelf, we can help you out here because we do have copies for sale at the foundation. I'm talking about a book that was published way back in 1990. That was the year I first moved to Door County. It's written by a man named Charles Frederick Wiley. And I bet some of you are already guessing the title. Did the Eagle Get You, Dr. Moss? What a delightful book this is. When I first came here, I liked it, but I didn't know a lot of the names and a lot of the ins and outs and a lot of the relationships between families in Door County. 30 years later, when I picked it up again, I'm amazed. So many details, such a feel for the ambiance of early 20th century Door County. Let me share a short excerpt from Did the Eagle Get You, Dr. Moss? It starts out like this. Judy was Dr. Hardin's youngest child, and more than any other of his children, she inherited her father's love of horses. And the author goes on to tell you she had a particular horse named Lady Bourbon. Well, one summer, Frank Anderson rented his family's big red barn down by the dock to the Appleton stables for housing their riding horses during the summer. What is that big red barn today? It's the foundation offices. Let's go on. That year, Judy found a wondrous activity all her own. In the evening, she was allowed to relax and cool the horses by riding them bareback for an evening swim in the water around the dock. Can you imagine what that must have looked like? When Judy rode through the village to pick up the mail or get groceries, Lady Bourbon always drew attention because of her elegance and docility. Among those who particularly noticed the horse was Herman Falk of Milwaukee, and Judy struck up a close friendship with him. Now here's the interesting thing. Herman Falk was the guy he invented a lot of things. He was, as it said, out of Milwaukee, but he was responsible for developing the gear, the landing gear for amphibious assaults in World War II. Who knew? And the reason that name caught my eye is because he would, as it says even here, his big yachts, Christina and Seaforth, were constant summer visitors at Ephraim. And they were at Peninsula State Park, where I used to work as well. In fact, some of the Monaga girls one year got a tour of the Seaforth. So to recognize all these names, Hardin, Judy Hardin, the Hardin family, of course the author, Charles Wiley, and then Herman Falk were just amazing to me. And if you read Did the Eagle Get You, Dr. Moss, I think you'll start making the connections of what makes Ephraim and Door County such a unique place as well. The book sells for $12.50. There is a sale going on in January. Buy one, get the next one at half price. There are used copies also available on Amazon, and when I was looking on Amazon, I noticed that a hardback copy of this book is selling for $57. And I bet there are some Ephraim members out there who have a hardbacked copy of Did the Eagle Get You, Dr. Moss on their bookshelves. Well, what book would you recommend to read this winter? Give me a jingle, let me know. We're looking for some book reviews from Ephraim Historical Foundation favorite publications. Contact me at KHARRIS@ephraim.org. Happy reading!